Welcome back to the deep dive. We're here to unpack the key ideas from important sources, making sure you get the full picture.
And today, we're tackling something really intricate. It starts dark.
It really does. Imagine this. A Masonic silver vault, supposed to be secure, dignified, and inside a body. Horribly mutilated.
Yeah, found right there among these priceless stolen artifacts. The victim, identified sort of as William Wright.
Sort of, exactly. His death just kicks off this massive storm of questions.
So today, we're diving into excerpts from a brand new book, The Hallmarked Man.
We're going deep into this investigation that, honestly, it weaves together the shocking murder with the very personal struggles of the detectives we follow, Cormoran Strike and Robin Ellicott.
And it uncovers this huge criminal network lurking beneath the surface.
Our mission today really is to show you how this one crime, which seems isolated at first, just unravels. It pulls you into this labyrinth of secrets.
And crucially, how Strike and Robin's own lives, their personal battles, aren't just side stories. They're completely shaped by this hunt for justice. You see how finding the truth out there forces them to look inside, too.
It makes their own journeys just as compelling as the mystery itself. Okay, let's get into it.
The vault, the body, and the shifting sands of identity.
So the story kicks off at Ramsey Silver. They specialize in Masonic silver, quite niche.
Right, sets a specific kind of tone.
Right.
But what they find, it destroys any sense of tradition or order.
It's William Wright's body in the vault. And the description, it's grim. Chopped hands, gouged eyes, other mutilations mentioned too.
Horrific. And then there are the stolen items. A silver ship on wheels called a nef, apparently very valuable, plus a Masonic gauge, square, and gavel.
And those specific tools, that's significant, isn't it?
Hugely significant.
Okay.
Because almost immediately, online forums, the sleuths out there, they connected. They linked those specific tools to the legend of Hiram Abiff.
The Grand Master Builder of King Solomon's Temple.
Exactly. The myth says he was murdered with those very tools by disgruntled workers. So suddenly, it's not just a robbery gone wrong. It feels ritualistic, or at least like a deliberate, symbolic message is being sent.
Chilling. And this William Wright,
Mm-hmm.
the initial description paints a picture, but it's a confusing one.
Yeah, incredibly detailed. Somehow slippery. He's about 5'6" or 5'7", blood type A plus A, left-handed. That comes up later.
Okay.
Mid-20s to early 30s. Fake tan, worked out, smoked dope, but then also faked an accent. Definitely not from Doncaster, apparently.
Huh. And he knew about someone called Rita Linda and told a neighbor his girlfriend was pregnant.
Right. Each detail feels like a clue, but together, they don't quite form a coherent person. It's like pieces from different puzzles.
This idea of identity, it seems central right from the start.
Absolutely. The book uses him, William Wright, not as a fixed point, but as this kind of shifting concept. It makes you question identity itself.
And the police, they latch onto an identity pretty quickly, don't they?
They do. They're 99% certain it's a known thief, Jason Knowles. But there's that 1%, that lingering doubt in the reports.
And that doubt is the opening for the client, Decima Mullins.
Exactly. She walks in absolutely convinced the body isn't Knowles. She believes it's Rupert Fleetwood.
Who is?
Her ex-boyfriend. And also, complicating things, her half-brother.
Okay, wow. And why is she so sure?
Well, Rupert vanished right around the time of the murder. And crucially, he'd previously stolen a silver nef, just like the one taken from the vault from her father, Dino Lancaster. The connection feels undeniable to her.
So her personal story completely challenges the official one.
It forces Strike and Robin to look beyond the easy answer, beyond that 99% certainty, to really dig.
And Strike starts making his own list of who this William Wright could be based on various leads.
And it's quite a list. You've got Neil Semple, ex-military, brain injury, obsessed with Freemasonry. Intriguing link to a name, Billy Wright, CBE.
Okay, who else?
Tyler Powell, young mechanic, adopted, was in a car crash recently, and supposedly overheard talking about silver. And then, almost out of left field, Dick DeLion, a porn star.
The porn star, seriously. So one dead body, but potentially 3, maybe 4 different identities swirling around him.
Exactly. It just throws into sharp relief how complex this is going to be. Who was this man in the vault?
Beneath the surface, the detectives' hidden battles.
So while they're grappling with this incredibly disturbing murder and these shifting identities, the book also pulls us deep into the personal lives of Strike and Robin.
Yeah, and it's not just background color. Their struggles are intense and directly impact the investigation and, each other.
Let's start with Strike. Physically, he's clearly suffering.
Oh, definitely. That leg, The persistent hamstring pain, his knee swelling up, he's relying heavily on his stick. It's a constant grinding reality for him.
And it feels like more than just physical pain, it's symbolic too.
I think so. It mirrors his emotional state in a way. He's carrying so much baggage. Charlotte, his late fiancée, her suicide casts this long, dark shadow over everything.
And the book reveals more about that.
Yeah, specifically about her suicide note. The fact that it mentioned his feelings for Robin, well, that complicates his grief massively and his ability to connect, really.
Wow. And then there's the public stuff hitting him.
Right. He's getting hammered in the press. There's this nasty piece by Dominic Culpepper, basically calling him a womanizer, sleeping with clients. Name's Candy.
Not great for business.
Not at all. And then the really big one, Bijou Watkins, is pregnant. And her partner, this powerful QC, Andrew Honbold, slaps a super injunction on it.
Meaning no one can talk about it publicly.
Exactly. But the rumors are swirling that Strike might be the father. It's a potential disaster, personally and professionally.
Adds another layer of pressure.
Yeah.
And we also get more on his family background.
Yeah, that strained relationship with his rock star dad, Johnny Rokeby. We even learned Strike's middle name is Blue. And there are details about how Rokeby's past behavior really hurt Strike's mother. It all feeds into who Strike is, you know. His guardedness, his complexities.
Meanwhile, Robin's facing her own crisis point.
Absolutely. She's dealing with some really heavy stuff. The trauma of an ectopic pregnancy, the subsequent chlamydia diagnosis, and the impact on her fertility. The book mentions the damage she's dealing with. It's incredibly raw and personal.
That kind of trauma must affect everything. How does she cope?
It's tough. And her relationship with her boyfriend, Ryan Murphy, is adding to the strain. He's pushing for marriage. He's even bought a ring, secretly.
Oh, wow. How does she feel about that?
Panicked, stifled. It's making her question everything she thought she wanted. This future with him feels wrong, suddenly.
And she's still carrying scars from past cases too, right?
Definitely. Being witness G in that rape trial years ago.
Yeah.
More recently, being threatened around her. Remember the Masonic dagger and the creepy rubber gorilla mask?
Yeah, that was terrifying.
And that message she got. You are a fucking pit pony. Getting dragged along in the dark, you need to leave it, and then you won't get hurt. It's all weighing on her, this sense of danger tied to the job she loves.
It feels like she's being pulled in different directions.
Completely. And then you have this symbolic moment with her Land Rover. It represented her escape, her independence, her career.
Her trusty old Land Rover.
Yeah. And Strike, seeing it's on its last legs, offers to get her a new one. Frames it as a business expense, but it's clearly more than that.
How does she take it?
It hits her hard. It's this huge gesture of understanding, of support for her path from him. It speaks volumes without saying much.
And that leads into their connection, doesn't it? The unspoken thing between them.
It really does. It's deepening, becoming more complex. And then there's the charm bracelet he gives her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell us about the charms.
Each one is so specific, so them. A Land Rover, obviously. Houses of Parliament. Skegness. A sheep. Scales for Libra, her star sign. A robin for her name.
So thoughtful.
Incredibly. And the last one, a Masonic orb that unfurls into a cross, tying into the case, but also maybe something more. Robin's reaction, seeing how much thought went into it. It's deeply emotional. It shows how much they see each other despite everything they're both going through.
Their bond seems forged in this shared danger and vulnerability. It's really central to the story.
Absolutely. It's what makes their partnership and the books so compelling.
The deceptive network unmasking the true culprits.
Okay, so as Strike and Robin navigate their own issues, the investigation starts peeling back layers, revealing the truly disturbing network behind the Vault murder.
Yeah, and it starts close to home, in a way, with Ramsey Silver's cleaner, Jim Todd. Turns out he's not just a cleaner.
No, who is he really?
He's actually Jim Philpott, and his past is dark. He was part of a pan-European gang involved in human trafficking and grooming. He'd actually been arrested in Belgium.
Wow. Okay, that's a shocker. Is there a direct link to the murder?
Well, remember, William Wright was left-handed. So is Jim Todd Philpott. The theory develops that maybe Todd wrote Wright's CV, helped get him the job at Ramsey Silver, basically acting as an inside man, a double agent, to lure victims for this wider network.
Chilling. Hiding in plain sight.
Exactly. And he's not the only manipulator lurking. There's this figure, Oz.
An online persona.
Yes, used by a music producer named Calvin Osgood. He runs this website, Abused and Accused, supposedly a support group.
But it's not.
No, he uses it to lure vulnerable young people. And he's not just some online creep. He's linked to another murder, Sophia Medina, a student found stabbed out on the North Wessex Downs.
So he's dangerous. A predator.
Very. Described as methodical and controlled, really cunning, except chillingly, where girls are concerned. It shows a pattern, a network of exploitation far bigger than just the Vault case.
So who was the man in the vault, if not Knowles or Rupert?
It turns out it was one of the names on Strike's list, Tyler Powell, the young mechanic.
Ah, the one talking about silver.
That's him. He was manipulated, probably through Osgood's website, maybe by Griffiths, another figure we'll get to, and lured to Ramsey Silver that night.
And killed there.
How?
Gruesomely.
Hit over the head with a maul. Skull smashed. The blood found in the vault was his.
But you said earlier, was he the intended victim?
And here's the massive twist. No, he wasn't.
What? Then who was?
Danny DeLeon, the porn star. Dick DeLeon.
Get out. Why him?
He was lured there, too, with a promise of 100,000 pounds just for helping nick some silver. The whole thing, the murder, was supposed to be him. It was a setup.
To kill him and make it look like a burglary gone wrong?
Precisely. But somehow, Danny realized something was wrong or just got lucky, and he bolted. He escaped.
Incredible. Where'd you go?
He ended up hiding out on the island of Sark with his brother Richard. Richard apparently didn't believe his crazy story at first. I mean, who would?
Wow. So Tyler Powell was basically collateral damage, murdered because the real target got away.
Seems that way. And the whole crime scene was orchestrated to mislead. Pamela Bullen Driscoll, connected to the silver business, she colluded in arranging a fake delivery to get the killer access to the vault.
And the stolen silver, the Neff.
That was deliberate misdirection, too. Make it look like a robbery, draw attention away from the planned murder. It was all calculated.
So who's pulling the strings behind all this?
It goes high up. There's Lord Oliver Brandfoot, an MP and a Freemason. He used his influence to try and muddy the waters, manipulate the investigation, even discredit Strike and Robin's agency when they started getting too close.
And Dino Lancaster, Decima's father.
His bullying and obsession with his own image seemed to have played a part, at least in the initial theft of the Neff by Rupert Fleetwood, which kind of set some events in motion. But the core seems to be this trafficking ring.
A human trafficking ring, connected to the murder.
Yes. That seems to be the ultimate secret they were trying to protect. It eventually leads Strike and Robin to another horrifying discovery. The body of a missing woman named Jolanda, hidden in a homemade basement belonging to this guy, Griffiths.
Griffiths. He's the one who killed Tyler Powell.
He seems to be the muscle, the enforcer, the one who carried out the murder in the vault.
Yeah.
It's a truly dark and sprawling conspiracy.
Confrontation, consequences, and a glimmer of hope.
So despite all the personal turmoil, the threats, the complexity, Strike and Robin just keep pushing.
They really do. Their tenacity is incredible. They follow every thread, use every contact they have, like Schenker, their underworld source, and Wardle, the police contact.
Doesn't Wardle eventually leave the police?
Yes, in a pretty significant move, he actually ends up joining Strike and Robin's agency later on. Shows how much respect they earned, I think.
And their persistence pays off,
Yeah.
right? They confront the killer.
Yes, there's this incredibly tense, dramatic confrontation with Griffiths, the man linked to the vault murder and Jolanda's body.
And it leads to something important.
Hugely important. During that confrontation, they actually rescue Sapphire, a missing schoolgirl whom Griffiths had imprisoned in that hidden basement.
Oh my God, so they saved her life.
Directly. It's a massive breakthrough, a real victory amidst all the darkness, a testament to why they do what they do, even when it costs them so much.
And the fallout from all this, the network gets exposed.
Big time. The trafficking ring starts to unravel. Lord Brandfoot, the MP, his reputation is destroyed. His gaudy, dirty excesses, as the book puts it, are revealed. He faces ruin.
What about Jolanda?
Her body is identified, finally giving her family some answers, however tragic. But it's not all neat resolutions.
No.
There's the case of Neil Semple, the ex-military man on Strike's initial list. He dies by suicide, and it barely makes the news.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, and it hits Strike hard. The book says it tugged brutally at the gut. It's the stark reminder of the human cost, the casualties that often get overlooked when the big headlines focus on the scandals and arrests.
Even with these tragedies, the agency itself comes out stronger.
Definitely. Their reputation grows. They solved a massive, complex case against powerful opposition. But yeah, the partners, Strike and Robin, are definitely carrying the scars.
Speaking of them, where did they end up personally after all this? Robin first.
Robin makes a huge decision. She implicitly rejects Ryan Murphy's proposal, the life he represents. She chooses herself, her own path. It feels really authentic, a big step for her.
reclaiming her independence. And Strike.
Despite his physical pain, the book describes him as buoyant, which is interesting, right?
Why?
It seems largely down to Robin. She agrees to go with him on a trip to Sark, where Danny DeLeon was hiding out, remember?
Okay.
And their friendship, their partnership, feels mysteriously and completely repaired after all the tension. He seems hopeful, maybe even planning to finally say something to her, make some kind of declaration while they're there on the island.
So there's this sense of hope, of possibility between them.
Definitely. They've been through hell, individually and together. They're battered, bruised, no doubt about it. But they've reached this new level of understanding, this shared purpose. They seem ready, finally, to face whatever comes next, together. Outro.
So wrapping up our deep dive into the Hallmarked Man, we started with that incredibly brutal murder in the Silver Vault.
And we saw how it just spiraled outwards, didn't we? Unraveling this really complex, really terrifying story of greed, manipulation, human trafficking, a dark network stretching across Europe.
Every clue, every false identity, it all led somewhere deeper, uncovering layers of depravity, but also, I think, moments of incredible resilience.
And what really stands out is how tangled the personal and the professional become. You just can't separate Strike and Robin's own lives, their fears, their desires, from the case itself.
Their hunt for justice forced them to confront themselves, didn't it? It wasn't just about finding a killer. It was this really harrowing journey of self-discovery for both of them.
Yeah, and it forged that bond between them even tighter, in the middle of all that shared danger and trauma.
It leaves you thinking. What happens when chasing justice drags you through the absolute worst of humanity, but also forces you to see the hidden truths inside yourself?
Right. What kind of person, what kind of hallmarked man or woman, as the title suggests, emerges from that kind of fire? Change, certainly.
Definitely changed. Something for all of us to think about long after this deep dive is over.